Yo, Reeks here. Hope you're having a great day or night wherever you're at. And if you're not having a great day today, I hope your day gets better from here. Today we're going to show you 6 small tips that can make a big difference in PGA Tour 2K25. We're going to start right here on the tee box with our first 2 tips. For this video, we're going to be playing everything on pro settings, which is also the rank settings. First tip here is going to be right off the tee box. You can hit B or circle depending on your controller and PC, whatever keybind as well. And it will show you the layout of the hole. So today we're at Spyglass Hill Golf Course, par 4, hole 4. And it just kind of gives you a layout of the golf course from a bird's eye view. And it gives you a layout of your specific hole that you're at. So you can see right here, tee box on the bottom, pin up at the top right. And you can also hit RB to get a view of the green as well and where the pin's at. And you can move it around and see where bunkers are at, trees, rough, etc. So that's going to do it for tip 1. Tip 2 also going to be on the tee box. So it's just going to be, if necessary, if you get a tree in the way sometimes, or if something's in the way of your landing zone, you might need to move on the tee box. So you hit the right trigger and it'll take you into this camera angle, and you can move it left or right and also back. And then if you move it back, so there we go, it'll relocate. And then if you move it back, you can also move it forward if you don't like your spot. So we'll just move it back over here. And then we're going to hit our drive. And once we hit our drive, we'll take it on to tip 3. So we got 320 to the pin. Let's try to lay up here. Get a good number. Alright, not going to be bad in. Let's see where we're at. Alright, now that we found the fairway, we're going to go into our third tip. So now that we have our lie, it looks pretty flat, but if you need to check, especially if you're on a big slope, you can hold LB and it'll be red just like the green, and you can kind of see our lie's pretty solid and it seems like it's going to be pretty straight. But if there's a lot of red beads, you're going to know that it's either going to take your shot left or right depending off the slope. So that's the third tip. And then fourth tip, also while holding LB, you can either pull down or up on the right and left analog stick to determine which type of spin you want, and left or right as well to determine draw or fade, whichever shot you decide. So I typically on these approach shots, I do like half, but it really depends, shot by shot basis. So that's tips 3 and 4. Let's try to throw a dart here. I don't know. Get on the green for us. Dang it. Well, our 5th tip was going to be on the green, but we're not on the green yet. So we're going to hit this chip, and then we'll get into our 5th and 6th shot, or our 5th and 6th tip. So we'll use that last tip, check the lie. Let's see what we can do. Valiant effort, but perfect. Now we can get into our 5th and 6th final tips here. So our 5th tip is going to be that you can check different camera angles, which can give you a different view of the green and the slopes, and it can be very useful. Somebody suggested in chat that I go to the bottom angle. I used to do the 2nd angle, and I kind of like the bottom. So we're going to run through the 5 angles here. This is the 5th tip. We got 5 angles. So this is going to be 1. You click down on the left analog stick. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our 6th and final tip. Also, while on the putting greens, you can use some of these tips, you can use these tips wherever, but depending on the shot type. This right here can also be used as well. So you're going to hit Y, and then you can hit the right trigger or the left trigger, and it'll zoom out or it'll zoom in, and then the right stick can determine up or down, left or right. You can spin around, check the angle from here, and then you can zoom back, kind of get towards your putter, and then hold the right trigger, or the right trigger, and keep moving up, kind of check your angle. Hit Y to get back. And actually also a 7th bonus tip I just remembered, if you kind of mess up your shot or you kind of forget where you're at, you're kind of like, I don't really like that lie. This could be from anywhere too, off the tee, fairway shot, anywhere green. If you don't really like your lie, 7th and final tip here, bonus tip, See, this is obviously not going to go in. You can reset your shot and you just hit RB and it'll take you right back to your original shot. So now we're going to utilize that tip, get down low. We can also hold left trigger, eighth kind of extra bonus tip as well. And you can kind of get a bird's eye view. And let's try to sink this putt. It's kind of cooking at the start. I stink at putting, but let me know in the comments which archetype y'all picked and what your favorite shot is. I picked Technician, and I love the approach shot. It's probably my best shot in the bag, and I also love the flop shot, super flop. I know it's OP, but I'm still going to use it. So please like the video if you learned something new today. Subscribe if you're new. And deuces.